Hi everyone, welcome to Flow and Restore Yoga. My name is Michelle Chua. For this practice, grab a couple of blocks, a strap, a pillow, and a blanket, and let's begin in a comfortable seat of your choice. So I've been reading from the article written by Pandait Tigunait, who is a writer for Yoga International and spiritual head of the Himalayan Institute. And it's an article about the goal and purpose of yoga. And here's a little bit more from it, specifically talking about the different faculties of the mind. So the mind is comprised of four distinct faculties. The first faculty simply thinks, argues, and debates. The second identifies itself with the objects of the world and with its own thought processes. The third, the decisive faculty, discriminates between that which is good and useful and that which is unwholesome and meaningless. And the fourth faculty is the retentive power, the power to recollect and string together different segments of information in proper order. So these four distinct faculties work together only when the mind is one-pointed and concentrated. We talked a lot about that on Wednesday's class. When these different aspects of the mind are not linked, there is no continuity among thought, speech, and action. You say one thing and do the opposite because the various aspects of your mind are not working in coordination. There are gaps and inconsistencies in thought, speech, and action. But when you are able to link these three so that there is a continuity of awareness from thought to speech and from speech to action, you become a yukta, a person growing in yoga. You trust yourself and others trust you. This linking process is called yoga. So let's sit with that for a moment. Grounding in awareness of your surroundings. You might even close your eyes and use the other senses. Feel into your physical body, noticing the sensations through each part. Observe the quality of the breath, just as it's naturally flowing. And through that, notice your energetic state of being. Then bring your attention to your mind. What faculties may be at work right now? Remembering, discerning. And through the activity of your mind, observe your mental and emotional state. Now invite a thought of gratitude, anything that you can offer gratitude for as you begin this practice. And with that, begin to clarify what you'd like to put your attention on and expand, setting your sankalpa, your intention for this practice. And then choose somebody or a community or a cause to offer today's practice to, making a dedication of it. And let's prepare to chant 3 ohms. Remembering that chanting is one way to also tone the vagus nerve. So really getting into that length of the breath as well, a way to get the breath going, more sustained. So empty this breath out. Let's start to use our breathing technique called Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing. Closing your lips, sustain your breath evenly in and out through your nose while softly narrowing the back of your throat, creating a gentle whispering sound. So bring the qualities of balance, calm, and mindfulness into your breathing, and let's invite the body to follow suit. Start on your hands and knees, all fours, and let's prepare to move the spine in a few rounds of cat-cow pose. So spreading your fingers flat on the ground, stack your shoulders over your wrists, stepping your knees a couple inches behind your hips. As you inhale, glide your chest forward and coil it up, dropping the shoulders back. As you exhale, contract your belly, dropping your head as you round your back. About 4 more cycles of Vipassana. As you're stretching your thumbs towards each other, stretch the index fingers forward, parallel to each other. And at the end of your next exhalation, tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward facing dog. Spending the first few breaths, moving your body in your own way to help loosen it up. Then as you root down through your palms, lift your hips high and draw your navel inward towards your spine, rotating your triceps towards the ground to spread your shoulder blades across your back ribs. Soften the neck and breathe. As you inhale, raise your right leg behind you. Exhaling, bend the right knee slowly towards your nose, rounding forward into plank pose. Softly step the foot beside your right thumb and lower your back knee, coming onto your fingertips. Feel free to place your hands on blocks if that's useful. Inhale here as you sink your hips and look up. Tucking your back toes, exhale, straighten your legs to your degree and bow forward in a wide pyramid pose. 2 more rounds. Inhale again to kneeling lunge. Exhale to pyramid pose, scissoring the right outer hip back. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. This time, come into a high lunge, bending the front knee over the heel, rise up into crescent pose. 3 breaths. Relaxing the shoulders down, lift your frontal hip bones and direct your tailbone downward, turning both hips to face your front wall. Warrior 2, spin the left heel down, align your right heel to the arch of your left foot and open your arms wide. And we're gonna take some movements here. Keep your right knee bent just above the right heel, rotating the outer hip under and firming the top of your left thigh bone back. Continue to draw your navel in towards your spine, rotating your right tricep down, turn the right palm to face up. Inhale to peaceful warrior, lift the spine and side bend towards your rear wall. As you exhale, come into extended side angle. Bring your torso towards the front of the mat, placing the right forearm on your right thigh and sweep your left arm overhead towards the front wall. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. This time, inhale to warrior 2. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor and step to plank. Pause for an inhalation, lengthening your spine as you gaze on the ground ahead. Exhale, slowly glide forward, bend your elbows to hug your side ribs and slowly lower all the way. Firm down through the tops of your feet And inhale to roll your shoulders back to cobra. Tucking your toes. Exhale, draw in your navel to lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, bend the left knee towards your nose, rounding into plank. Step the foot beside your left thumb and lower your back knee. Fingertips on the ground or on blocks. Inhale, kneeling lunge, sink your hips and look up. Tuck your right toes and exhale, straighten your legs to your degree as you bow to the inside of your front leg, pyramid pose. 2 more rounds. Inhale, back to kneeling lunge. Exhale, wide pyramid pose. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. This time, come into a high lunge. Stay on the ball of the right foot. Rising up to crescent pose. Draw your tailbone downward and lift your frontal hip bones. Turning both hips to face forward. Warrior 2, spin your right heel down, align your left heel to the arch of your right foot. Bending your left knee right over the heel, rotate the outer hip under you and firm the top of your right thigh bone back. Keeping your left knee bent, rotate the left palm to face up and inhale, side bend towards your rear wall in peaceful warrior. Draw the navel towards your spine and exhale, lean your torso forward, placing your left forearm on your left thigh as you sweep the right arm overhead. 2 more cycles. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Time, inhale to warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to plank. Continue to lower forward and down into chaturanga. This time lower for cobra or lift to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let your body be still as you tune in to 3 deep breaths. After your 3rd exhale, walk or lightly jump to the front of your mat into a forward fold. Then inhale, press down and lift the chest forward to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Root down to your feet, inhale, rise up. Sweeping your arms overhead, coil your chest up. Exhale, center your palms at your heart. And let's take a full round, breath-led movement of Surya Namaskar starting in chair pose. Bring your feet together to touch. Empty this breath slowly. Inhale, bend your knees together to touch. Sit low in chair or Utkatasana. Exhale, shift your weight forward and bow to Uttanasana. Press down with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen forward to Ardha Uttanasana. Either walk to plank and lower or float to chaturanga and take it to your vinyasa. Cobra or upward dog to downward facing. Let's continue. Inhale, raise your right leg behind you, keeping your hips leveled. Exhale, step the foot beside your right thumb, spinning your back heel down, face forward. Inhale, rise up into warrior 1. Then exhale, lower into your vinyasa. At downward facing dog, keep your hips squared and inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, step the foot beside your left thumb and spin the back heel down. Facing forward, inhale, rise to Virabhadrasana 1. Then exhale, lower into your vinyasa. Downward facing dog, be still and steady your gaze as you rebalance your breath for 3 cycles. After the 3rd exhale, walk or lightly jump forward. With feet together, inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees together. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale to rise up. So right here, take a strap, place it around your neck like a scarf, and then shift your weight onto your left foot as we play with hand to big toe pose. Bring your hands to your hips and flexing your right foot, bend your right knee in front of you. Keeping your hips even in height, either take hold of your outer knee with your right hand, use the strap to step the ball of your right foot into, holding the strap with your right hand, arm on the inside of the leg, or clasp your right big toe with your right peace fingers. If you're choosing to some degree straighten your right leg, kick the foot forward as you pull it towards you. Use the counter forces to help you balance as you lift your spine. Keep your left hand on your left hip and let's rotate the right thigh externally, turning it out. Slowly open your right leg and now open your left arm to its side. Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. If your balance feels pretty stable, maybe look past your left shoulder. Centering on your breath. Yoking your body and your mind. Gazing forward, bring your right leg in front of you and raise your left arm. Either bend the right knee and catch the outer side of it with the left hand, or hold the outer foot or strap with your left hand. Use your right thumb and hook your right outer hip, pressing it down. Press into the ground and stand tall, breathing in. Now at your waistline, exhale, start to twist to your right. Maybe reaching your right arm behind you, maybe looking towards it. Twisting, hand to big toe pose. Parita Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. Staying in the posture as you can. Look forward if you're looking behind you. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, step your right foot down into mountain pose. Join your hands and pause for a breath or few. Noticing the activity of your mind and how you're working to bring it to one-pointedness through this series of poses. Keeping your breath steady. Grab the strap if you're going to use it for side 2. Bring your hands to your hips, activate your lower belly, draw it in and up. Shift your weight onto your right foot, and as you flex the left foot, lift the knee in front of you. Try to take the same version you did on the first side. Turn the left hip down to meet the right. Either catch the outer knee with your left hand, use the strap to loop the ball of your left foot and hold the strap with your left hand, arm inside the leg, or clasp your big toe with your index and middle fingers. If you are straightening your left leg to some degree, kick your foot forward as you pull it towards you, keeping your shoulders stacked above your hips. Now let's rotate the left thigh externally at the hip before opening the leg to its side and opening your right arm to its side. Standing tall, bring your attention to the breath. If your balance feels pretty stable, maybe look past your right shoulder. Hand to big toe pose. Start to bring your left leg in front of you. Raise your right arm up, stand tall and breathe. Either bend your left knee and catch the outside of it with your right hand, or catch the strap or outer left foot with your right hand. Use your left thumb and roll your left outer hip down as you stand taller. Breathe in. Then at your waistline, begin to twist to your left. Maybe reaching your left arm towards the back wall and maybe looking towards it. Steady your attention, steady your breath, and let your body follow suit. Staying in the asana, the pose, looking forward, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, step down to mountain pose. Join your hands at your heart and pause a few breaths. Notice what you notice. On your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead and coil your chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen forward. Take it through one last vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. At downward facing, inhale, raise your right leg behind you. Exhale, bend the knee and rotate your thigh open at the hip. Inhaling, tack your left outer hip back. As you exhale, step the right foot to the right side of your right hand and lower your back knee into lizard lunge. You've got a lot of options to choose from, so see how your body responds as you explore and find the one that works for you today. You could have your hands on blocks, you could have your forearms on blocks or on the floor. See what allows your shoulders to relax so that you can breathe comfortably. You can keep your right foot flat on the ground and continue to scissor the right hip back, or if you want to open up into your IT band outer right thigh a little deeper, you can flex your right foot to stabilize the knee while splaying the thigh open and leaning the outer foot on the ground. If available, stretch into your left quadricep and hip flexor too. Bend your left knee and lean your torso forward. Then backstroke your right arm to catch hold of your left foot and bring it closer to your glute. Whatever variation you're choosing, observe how your body's responding as we stay here for 10 more breaths. Now entering the yin portion of our practice. Take your time to finish your count of 10 breaths. And when you do, take your 2 blocks with you. And let's prepare for half split, lifting your torso upright and stepping your right foot to the inside of your right hand so that your legs are hips width apart. Stack your left hip above your left knee, placing your hands on blocks of the floor. Lift the ball of your right foot flexed. And as you plug your right thigh bone back into the hip socket, straighten your right leg. You might slide the right heel slightly forward. Press the mound of your right big toe forward, activating your right quadricep. Then hugging in your front ribs, roll your shoulders back and down and extend your sternum forward as you bow. 10 breaths here. Plant your hands in the ground, gently drag your right foot back and step into downward facing dog, pausing there for 3 breaths. Notice what you're feeling, especially in your hips and the backs of your legs. As you inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, bend that knee and rotate the thigh open at the hip. Inhale, tack your right outer hip back. Exhale, gently step your left foot to the left side of your left hand. Lower your back knee into a lizard lunge. Now, as much as you can, try to set up in the same way as you did on the first side, though the intensity may be different. Hands on blocks or the floor, or forearms down. Keep the left foot flat on the floor or flex it and splay open the thigh. Maybe bend the right knee as you lean your weight forward and backstroke the left arm to catch the right foot and bring it in. And as you're set up, be still and observe your body and breath for 10 more slow cycles of breath. And begin to set up for half split, placing your hands on blocks or the floor. Lift your torso and stack your right hip above your right knee. Flex your left foot as you lift the ball of it, plugging your left thigh bone back into the hip socket as you straighten your left leg. Press the big toe mount of your left foot forward and engage your left quadricep. Inhaling, lengthen your spine like a flat back with a slight lift in your chest. Exhaling, bow from your hips, hugging in your front ribs. Continue here for 10 more breaths. As you're ready, take your time to step back into one more downward facing dog, pausing there for 3 breaths. Then lower onto child's pose, bringing your feet together to touch, knees together or apart. And as you place blocks or do place blocks to support your forearms here, so have your blocks either on their lowest or medium height, a little wider apart than shoulders distance, so that as you extend your arms forward, you can rest your forearms on the blocks and let your wrists relax. Then forehead to the floor or on a blanket. Let your hips sink down towards your heels. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes. Child's pose can be one of the gentler postures to help release tension in the lower back. As we stay a little longer, keep broadening your shoulder blades across your upper back by slightly rotating your triceps towards the ground. Listen to 3 more long exhalations here before you start to roll your spine slowly upright. And as you're sitting upright, bring your legs out in front of you. Let's prepare for a seated spinal twist. Extending your left leg forward, either step the right foot in front of your right hip on the floor or on the outside of your left knee. You might also bend your left knee. Place your right hand behind your pelvis and raise your left arm. Press into the ground with every part of your body touching it. And imagine breathing up from the base of your spine, creating more space between each vertebra as you lift through the back of your skull. Relaxing your shoulders down as you exhale, let your belly press inward towards the spine as you twist to the right. Either hold your right shin with your left arm or hook the elbow outside of your thigh. As you breathe in, press into the floor, lift up through each vertebra and the crown. As you breathe out, relax your belly and continue to turn your rib cage. About 8 more deep breaths. Spinal twists not only help to release tension along the spine, especially the lower back, but they also help to massage into the area of the abdomen where sit your digestive organs, promoting flow. When you're ready, slowly unwind your spine. Stretch the right leg forward, and let's set up the same way if you can on the second side. Step your left foot either in front of your left hip or outside of your right knee. Maybe also bend the right knee. Left hand behind your pelvis, right arm up. Press into the ground with everything touching the ground and lift up from the base of your spine as you breathe in. Exhale, hollow the belly and twist. Lower your right arm or hook your elbow outside of your leg. Continue with each breath. 9 more breaths. When you're ready, exhale to unwind. Let's set up for cow face pose, Gomukhasana. You may want to grab a strap for shoulder support or a folded blanket to sit on. As you're extending your left leg forward, cross the right thigh as much as you can over the left, stacking your knees down your center line. So if you've got lower back issues, you might prefer to keep the bottom leg straight to get into sciatic nerve release. You can hold the strap around the ball of your left foot and fold, or you can bend both knees and we'll add the shoulder part. So ground to your sitting bones and raise your left arm. If you're using the support of a strap, hold the strap and dangle it from your left hand behind you. Rotate your left tricep forward and bring the elbow behind your head. Reach your right hand underneath, grab the other end of the strap, and walk your hands as close together as you can. Maybe they clasp. Press down through both sitting bones. Again, lift from the base of your spine. Focus on creating space between each vertebra as you inhale, and then extending your sternum, the middle of your chest forward as you exhale, bowing from the hips. 9 more breaths here in Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Pressing down through your pelvis, begin to lift your sternum, inhaling as you rise up. And then let's switch sides. So straightening your right leg, turn out your left thigh. And if you straighten the bottom leg on the first side, do the same here. Otherwise, bend both knees, ground your sitting bones, and raise your right arm. If you're using a strap, dangle it behind you. Rotate your right tricep forward and bring the elbow behind your head. Press your shoulders down, reach your left hand underneath, catch the other end of the strap or clasp your hands. And then root down to your pelvis, breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, fold. 9 more breaths. Then press down to your hips. Lift from your chest as you breathe in. Release your arms and let's straighten both legs forward with a narrow V. So the feet are a little wider than hips distance apart. You may like to have a block here to catch your forehead, or a pillow across your lap, or a blanket across your lap and a block. So adding a little compression for the lower belly if you're looking for promoting digestive flow, especially after the twists. Root down to your hips, lengthen your spine, and bow forward. We'll be here for a full minute. Let your shoulders relax and bring your attention to your breath. and start to press your hands into the ground. Slowly lift your spine. Preparing for corpse pose. Actually, before we do, let's get into some breath work that will help us relax into corpse pose and then into meditation. Practicing alternate nostril breathing, Nodi Shodhana Pranayama. So sit in a way that you can be upright, grounded, relaxed. Rest your left hand on your lap. Maybe bring the thumb and first finger to touch, or Pran Mudra, cultivating vital life force energy, like a peace sign, palm face up. Place your right hand in Vishnu Mudra, where you stick out the thumb, pinky, and ring finger. Closing your lips, continue to sustain your breath gently, so not breathing forcefully. We're going to use the right thumb to close the right nostril and the right pinky and ring finger to close the left nostril when we alternate nostrils to breathe. Let's try the first 3 cycles together and then continue the last 2 on your own. You might close your eyes, empty this breath, hold it out. Right thumb, close right nostril, inhale through left. Hold the breath, close left nostril, exhale right. Hold, inhale right, hold, close right, exhale left. Hold. That's first cycle. Cycle 2, inhale left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Close left. Exhale right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Close right, exhale left, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Cycle 3, inhale left for 6. Hold for 3. Close left, exhale right for 6. Hold for 3. Inhale right for 6. Hold for 3. Close right, exhale left for 6. Hold for 3. Continue 2 more cycles. When you finish, exhaling left nostril and holding the breath out. Breathing naturally, sit still and observe how you feel. Then gently begin to lower your body to the ground, using any props to support it so that you can lie comfortably in stillness for the next few minutes of Shavasana. Sense what you feel in your physical body now. Then gently begin to wake up your body with easy movements, simple stretches. Gradually turning over to your right side, pause there and bring your awareness to the breath, keeping it natural. Sensing how you feel energetically now. When you're ready, press your hands into the ground and slowly lift your body up. Find a way to sit for several minutes of meditation, a guided meditation practice. So as you position your body, do so in a way that you can feel tall in your spine, grounded in your pelvis, open and relaxed. Rest your hands in a mudra to help you focus. Stacking the palms on your lap, bringing the thumb and first fingers to touch, or a hand to the heart, a hand to the lower belly. Close your eyes or steady a soft gaze at one point ahead. Let's continue the practice of observing the workings of the mind as we remind ourselves repeatedly that we are not the mind. Land your awareness at the point in your body in which you can most easily feel the sensations of the natural breath. Ground in the feeling of the breath flowing. As you continue to be aware of your breath, notice when a thought pops up or your attention goes elsewhere. When your awareness goes astray from the breath, as soon as you notice that's happening, make a quick note of where your attention went, and come back to the breath again. For example, if your attention went to a sound, quickly name the sound: fan, bird, then come back to the breath. If your attention went to an activity of the mind, quickly name that activity, remembering, planning, analyzing, questioning, then come back to the breath. Continue this practice for the next 3 minutes as we sit in silence. Note that in labeling your thoughts or where your attention is gone, you're also using the mind. So now let's let go of that activity and let it become easier to drop deeper and deeper inward. Continuing to sense the breath. With each natural out-breath, relax your awareness deeper and deeper within, towards the light within you. Very gently begin to expand your awareness from inside out, moving through the layers of your inner being to your energetic body, your mind, your emotional being, to the breath again, and to your physical body. Continue to expand your attention to the space surrounding your physical body, including what is touching your body from the outside. Sense the way you feel now to your many layers of self, including mentally and emotionally. A continued meditation practice can help to remind us of our true nature, rather than being ensnared by the vacillations of the mind. Now, what's one thing that you appreciate? Recall your intention for your practice today. Bring it to heart and to mind. Then remember to whom or what you chose to dedicate today's practice to. See them in your mind's eye, receiving benefit. Together, let's close chanting 3 ohms. Inhale deeply. supports the light within. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.